It's my birthday, friends all around. I should feel lucky. But I looked at my phone and seen that Gary Nolan blocked me. What the hell? How does he even know about me? The cake comes out, everyone is smiling. I know I should be happy too, but I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. 'Cause Gary Nolan blocks me. The world is crumbling all around me. I wanted Gary to tell me why he shared Chris Bartell's brain scans on TV. It's my birthday, friends all around. I should feel lucky. But I looked at my phone and seen that Gary Nolan blocked me. What the hell? How does he even know about me? The cake comes out, everyone is smiling. I know I should be happy too, but I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. Because Gary Nolan blocks me. The world is crumbling all around me. I wanted Gary to tell me what aliens are planning. And I can't blow out my candles because of all of these scams. And I can't blow out my candles because of all of these scandals. It's a shame. I brought all my homies to the stage. And now
What is going on? Welcome to the show. We got some artist renditions of the Nazca Mummies in the mix. These guys look weird. I don't know if that's really what they look like, but I mean, it's pretty close. It doesn't seem that far off. Guys, we're going over some stuff today. Some fun stuff, some stuff about the website, all kinds of shit. So it should be really cool. Thanks for popping in here. Drop a comment if you support the Timeline Project. Dude, we are getting this thing cooking. We really, really are. There's some other new news that has taken place in the old UFO community. One of them being that I just checked the views on this video I put out a long time ago. I don't know how long ago I did it, but I think it's pretty awesome. So I checked the views because it was retweeted by the Illuminati bot. I think that's who it is, right? Check this out. 1.3 million views. 1.3 million views. Let's go, dude. I still can't believe it. Let's listen to this song. Let's see if it's worth it.
Tell me what you do when you make a Carvana water. Shut the fuck up, don't say shit. You solve the fundamental physics mystery, what now? Shut the fuck up, don't say shit. Etching your self-consciousness and wanna tell your friends in the gut. Shut the fuck up, don't say shit. Etching your self-consciousness and wanna tell your friends in the gut. Shut the fuck up, don't say shit. Shut the fuck up, don't say shit. You solved the fundamental physics mystery, what now? Shut the fuck up, don't say shit. Tell me what you do.
That's fun. That's a fun song. It resonated with 1.3 million people. That might be my biggest hit yet. I know we're all fans of the Gary Nolan song. Yes, I know that, but come on. It's pretty dope, right? Pretty dope. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to dive directly in to the UFO timeline. I'm going to show you guys a new feature, a little feature that I got going on, all right? Let's see here. We're going to add this to the stage. Boom. This is the website, y'all. This is the UFO timeline. I agree, Meta. That song does bang. It really does. Okay, we're going to mix some business and pleasure here. The UFO timeline is, if you guys aren't aware, it's a personal project of mine that has kind of taken over my interest, my activity online. because it seems so fun, kind of cool. So what I did was I created a interactive UFO database. A lot of people wanted it. I know that. And so I tried to make it. So I am not a professional designer. I've never written a line of code in my life before July. And in July, I dove in. Okay? I just dove in. And you can feel free to go check out the, I don't know, like the iterations of how this project came together. But for now, this is what it's looking like. Okay? This is what it's looking like. And entirely interactive. Interactivity is kind of the name of the game, which I think is hilarious because when I first signed up to art school, I signed up for a interactive media design, right? Major. And I dropped that shit in like 3 weeks. I did not want to write code, not one single bit of it. Because I thought to myself, one day a robot will do this for me. No, I'm playing. But look at us now. It did do it. So we're hanging loose. So let's give you a little rundown of what the timeline is and does, and I'll show you about this new feature, okay? So this is it. You can drag. Of course, you're going down here. You're going, obviously, to the time, right? These are the dates. These are the events, and these are the categories of the events. You can turn the categories on and off. You can narrow your search, right? Like, let's say we want to just compare mass sightings and abductions. Okay, you could zoom in, get a much more detailed kind of like, number on what we're looking at here. You go down the months if you want to, and you can see. These are all of the events laid out over time. And when you turn these off, it also affects the globe here. See? So they're just there. And look, you could turn them on and off through this too. Boom. This is a new feature I added. This is one of the smoothest things I think I've done. I'm proud of every little aspect of this website, but so far this is really cool to me. This is just really sick. Okay, so now what we're doing, what we can see here are just events that fall into this category of abduction or mass sighting, which I think is great. Now, if you want to add just regular sightings in there, boom, you can. And watch them grow into the, ooh, look at that. She's a beaut. Okay, so that's essentially what's going on here. You have information down here. What happens if you click on a case? Let's just click on one. All right. So the globe stops moving. It shows you right where it goes, right where the event is. You could zoom in, zoom out, right? It tells you that it's an abduction. And you get a summary over here. And in the summary box, you can kind of scroll up and down. You get the name, the date, and the location of where it happened. Summary is pretty basic. And here you got the category it's in, the close encounter scale as presented by J. Allen Hynek. You also have the craft behavior, and then the entity type, if there was an entity involved. So you got that kind of right away. And then up here is the craft type, like what it looks like. There's multiple types of craft. Here you can see we got orb, light, saucer, sphere, etc. The list goes on. You also have entity types down here. And these are filters. So let's say you have all your cases on, which you don't need them all on, but let's say you do have them all on, and you wanted to only see, I missed some here. You wanted to only see the saucer cases. So you just press the button. And then now the only thing left on the timeline is just the saucer cases, right? So you can explore just the saucers. If you wanted to see the saucers and the lights, right? Cases that just involve like moving lights. And the same thing goes for all of these things. You can multiply them, double them up. And you can also narrow it down to like saucer cases that involve gray aliens. And then it becomes even more narrow. So that's what that is. We have new features all the time, everywhere. The new high contrast button. This just changes the colors, so everything's a little bit more easier for people with vision issues. And then an event list. Boom. You can organize by time or date, and then organize by alphabetical order of the title of the event. Right, so you can you can also drag this if you wanted to. You can move this anywhere you want. And if you close it and reopen it, it comes right back to where it was. Again, I've never coded anything in my life. Okay, I've just never done it. And so it's fun to kind of do this experiment with it. I don't even know what's possible and what's not possible. So I've just been going with what I think the site should have. And it's really, I don't know, I think it's fun, dude. And if you wanted to just search, like if you wanted to search for like Bledsoe, boom, Bledsoe, found it. I found her. So super quick, super easy. You know, if you're in a spaces and someone's like, oh, what about that thing that happened in 1945? You're like, what thing, dude? What thing? Expand this out. Now you're in the 40s, all the 40s, right? You're in there. And the same thing goes with any decade, 50s. Boom. So it's like the quickest research tool, I think, maybe for UFOs. It's the prettiest, I know that. And up here, we have a new feature, Today in UFO History. Now, of course, this was for a couple days ago, but it finds the nearest case, okay? It finds the nearest case to the day and automatically populates it. And so every day you pop in here, as the cases build, right now we have 201 total cases. And as the cases build, of course, there will probably be an event almost every single day. So if you were just curious about what happened on that day of UFO history, just hit the button. Show up to the website, hit the button, boom, it's right there. You're good to go. Very cool, very cool. And once you hit it, you see that this pops out too. So it shows you what's up, where it's at. And now on to the newest thing. This new feature will change the game. This new feature will change the site. I mean, it's going to change the site. So it's a submit a case button. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and ask me personally, like, hey, are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Are you going to add this? Are you going to add this? Are you going to look for scientific papers? Are you going to do all this stuff? And I never know what to tell them. Like, yeah, all this stuff can come. You know, like I have other categories. Like, see these? These are categories. I just haven't added them into the timeline yet. I'm working out a system to kind of exchange category for category, right? So that's kind of fun. But I do have this community tab down here. All right. So now the community category will be where users can submit their own cases. All right. Submit a case. You click the button. I filled out some of the stuff and I tried to delete it. But McFartass this was just a sample I did, okay? But McFartass is not a real case. So don't go looking for it, all right? I am refining this list, refining it. And I'm working on it. Again, I've never coded anything, so we're just trying to get it there. I was eating pudding and I suddenly shit my pants. Well, that's probably not a real case, okay? That's not a real summary. But I was just experimenting, all right, with pudding. So you'll be able to pop in here and then submit a case, and it'll be emailed directly to the timeline, at which point I will upload it into the community cases. And if, there'll be a system, a voting system, some kind of system in place to eventually get these cases bumped into their normal category, and that if they belong in the UFO timeline, then it'll be a community effort kind of to declare that. And so if you are using the timeline and you're like, oh, why isn't this case in here? What about these? What about this category? Boom, hit the button. Come up here, hit the button. All right. You're good to go. You're good to go. There will be a CAPTCHA on this. There'll be some security efforts involved. Just kind of little checks to make sure everything's going smoothly. And that's that. So, yeah, you got yourself a submit a case button. Coming up soon will be a report a sighting button, which I think will be really cool. Report that sighting. You know what I mean? You got to report it. So that's the deal. Submit a case is now live and active on the website. Now, I know a lot of you guys are asking and curious about when is this website going to be available? When is it going to go live? What's happening? Well, as you can see, the site is growing. It's growing in complexity. It's growing in case totals. It's growing in features. It's growing constantly. I work on this every day, and I have been since July. What are we in October now? So that's a fair amount of time. This is an incredibly important project to me. It's one I've been working on for years. I had to literally teach myself how to code in order to create this. I had to wait around for AI tools to be able to help me make this. I've been working on this for years. I can't tell you how many hours I put into this. I can't tell you how many hours I expect to put into this, but it's going to be a lot. All right, it's going to be a lot. I'm going to put in a lot more effort, a lot more time, a lot more, yeah, everything. Like this I would like to be a hub for all the stuff I make. You know, and you got like different, like, look, if you wanted to go into the cases and see like the pictures, that's all available. So I have to go out and find all of this relevant information. I have to deep dive research myself on these cases, and then I have to present it here, right? Not only in correctly, but then I go through and I make these custom videos that are just summaries of the cases. So we'll watch this one, and we'll go from there.
The Battle of Los Angeles is one of the most puzzling events in American military history, taking place during the tense early months of 1942, just after the attack on Pearl Harbor. On the night of February 24th and into the early hours of February 25th, the skies over Los Angeles erupted in chaos. Air raid sirens blared across the city, and the military unleashed a barrage of anti-aircraft fire in response to what was believed to be an incoming Japanese air raid. Over 1,400 shells were fired at an unidentified object that radar operators and ground observers reported seeing in the sky. Witnesses described seeing a large, slow-moving object illuminated by searchlights, with some accounts mentioning smaller objects darting around it. Despite the intense military response, no wreckage or evidence of an enemy aircraft was ever recovered, and the object itself seemed to disappear without a trace. The official explanation from the US military was that the incident was a false alarm triggered by a weather balloon, although this has been met with skepticism by both witnesses and researchers. In the immediate aftermath, the incident was front-page news, with many speculating about what had actually occurred. Some witnesses claimed that the event lasted much longer than the official report suggested, with lights and objects in the sky observed for up to several hours. The artillery barrage caused significant damage on the ground, with shells falling back into residential areas, leading to property damage and at least 5 civilian deaths attributed to heart attacks and the resulting chaos. The Battle of Los Angeles remains a topic of debate and fascination, with some suggesting that it was a case of mass hysteria, while others believe it could have been something more unusual, perhaps even an early encounter with unidentified flying objects. Despite the massive military response, no definitive evidence of enemy aircraft was found, leading official reports to dismiss the incident as a false alarm. However, the incident did have real consequences, including several civilian deaths caused by the chaos of the anti-aircraft barrage. While many explanations have been proposed, ranging from misidentified weather balloons to simple war nerves, the exact cause of the event has never been conclusively determined. Nevertheless, the Battle of Los Angeles stands as a remarkable example of how fear and confusion can shape our perception of
Fear and confusion. So yes. So 201 cases. The cases are going to grow, and of course there's mountains of research done into each one of these events, so that this website is kind of robust and fun to explore, fun to check out. All of the cases that have white instead of black, those cases have deep dive content. All right, so like now you can go down and hit this button, and I'll try to make it a little bit more, I guess, like obvious or whatever. But yeah, so all of these, cases that are white, they have a lot of research done into it, and yeah, so easy to identify, fun to explore, fun to look through, and tons and tons and tons of work. So what does that mean? The question is, when will this website be released? My goal is to release the website within by November, like right around November. That's my goal. Now I'm going to do a early release. All right, this is all kind of fluid, and I'm just kind of playing this by ear. I've never released a website like this in my life. So I'm just going through the security protocols and like what has to happen, and also timing it out for different stages of the release, right? Because there's an app coming, there's a mobile version coming. I mean, it's just going to have to grow naturally. So I will be releasing the site to early adopters, people who are interested in helping it grow, people who want to like see it kind of like, be more interactive. I have a Patreon account, and I'm going to be bringing those Patreon users directly over to the site because it'll be basically an early release for people who are very, very interested in watching this bad boy grow. And then maybe around January, another like bigger release for the general public. And so if you want to sign up for early release, it'll be pretty much a click of a button once you pop in here. And it's to support the website. It's to keep the website alive. It's to keep me working on the site and possibly even get more people involved on something beyond a voluntary basis. I don't need, I would love volunteers and people helping and whatnot, but this site needs something a little bit more. It needs a dedicated team as time grows. As you can see, there's a media component, right? There's a historical component. There's a social media component. There's fact checking and all kinds of stuff that has to happen, along with a podcast and companion content coming out. So all that stuff is going to be very, very hard for me as a person, but I can totally do it. But more people, bigger team, bigger ideas, all that stuff I think will grow maybe within the next year or two. I'm not at all afraid of working on this project for more time. Like I said, I've been on this for years as is. I think the first mock-up I made was in like 2021, right? The first time I like decided to set out and do this was around 2021, and we're damn near to 2025. So this many years involved in this project, I don't foresee this being a flash in the pan kind of thing. So I'm down to work on this as long as possible. It'll be a side project of mine or a main focus of mine, depending on, the how people receive it. But it's going to be in there. If you guys got any questions, please throw them in the comments. One of the ways in which I'm getting the word out is through the YouTube, through the Instagram, and through the Twitter account. And I don't think there's anything like this on the planet. I've looked, found nothing. As you can see, this bad boy is smooth. It's fun to use, fun to play with, fun to explore, and hopefully find some new information. Like if we can come across new data and we can compare data, like if someone was, for instance, trying to figure out, let's just take it. Like and let's use these new buttons. Why not? Why not use these new buttons? Look at that. I love this, guys. I'm sorry to pat myself on the back here, but how cool is that? That's so smooth. Okay, let's say we wanted to compare tech. Is there a case selected? Yeah, let's say we wanted to compare tech with mass sightings. Okay. Now you can see what kinds of technological advancements were, and this is back in 1800s, right? We get to Darwin, powered flight, all of a sudden JPL, that's the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So from powered flight to JPL was all of 30 years, which is crazy, right? But in between this time, we get a little mass sighting. What is this? Miracle of the Sun, 1917 in Portugal. Wow. Okay, I don't think those are connected, but still very interesting. Then we get over here, and we're into the atomic bomb. Freaking wild. MK Ultra, Monroe Institute, Stargate Project, internet. Of course, there's more technological things that have happened in between those times. We're going to fill all that in, especially as it pertains to like scientific papers, patents, research, all that stuff. That's what we'll be able to compare soon, right? And so go from here and then just explore these, right? Like could these technological advancements, right? Could they be influencing some of these other events? We don't know. I'm not here to tell you that yes or no, that's the case, but I can tell you that with this website, you can start to maybe come to some different conclusions. You can start to examine, are these things connected? Was there anything that happened? I mean, open up military contact, right? Was there anything that happened in and around these times that maybe show a little bit of a pattern, right? Something that came before something. something that came after something, right? Holloman Air Force Base, that's when aliens supposedly landed on an Air Force base, and the aliens got out and talked to, let's just read about it. Okay, let's read about it right here. The Holloman Air Force Base incident is a widely discussed UFO encounter that allegedly took place in New Mexico in 1974. According to reports, military personnel at the base observed an unidentified flying object descending and landing on the runway. The most intriguing part of this story claims that the craft's occupants, said to be extraterrestrial beings, exited the vehicle and engaged in a meeting with high-ranking U.S. Air Force officials. This event, though never officially confirmed, gained significant attention due to its portrayal in various documentaries and in the connection of Holloman Air Force Base to other UFO-related events. Eyewitness testimonies and speculative accounts have kept this incident a central part of the UFO lore, fueling continued interest in the relationship between the military and UFO phenomenon. Pretty sick. I love that that's available right there. Like 201 cases, all of them have detailed summary. 201 detailed summaries. I want you guys to, there's going to be thousands of cases in this before it's over. There's 201 detailed summaries. You could spend hours on this website. Like Arequipa, I actually don't know if I pronounced that right. On February 11th, 1980, Peruvian Air Force Commander Oscar Santa Maria Huerta encountered a large, glowing orange oval-shaped object near La Jolla Air Force Base. The object was detected on radar, and Huerta was scrambled to intercept it. Despite firing 64 rounds from his jet, the object remained unaffected and exhibited erratic movements. The encounter lasted 22 minutes, with multiple military personnel witnessing the event. The UFO eventually ascended rapidly and disappeared. The incident remains one of the most well-documented military UFO encounters in history. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why I created military contact as a category. These contacts are different. They're in a class of their own. They're in a class of their own. And so it has to be separated, right? Let's go to Kecksburg. I have information that Kecksburg is going to be coming up pretty soon. Kind of like in the mix, right? So let's visit Kecksburg. Let's see what happened in Kecksburg. On December 9th, 1965, a bell-shaped UFO reportedly crashed in the woods near Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. Oh, where's Kecksburg, Pennsylvania? Right freaking there, dude. That's how this website works. That's how it works. Not only do you get the time, not only can you compare it to literally every other UFO event that has been reported historically, but you can also dive into that case right away without having to go to a different window, a different tab, a different part of the website. It's all here. This is your heads up display for UFO research, for UFO history. It's all here. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to go anywhere else. Kecksburg, baby. So, the site was cordoned off by the military, who allegedly retrieved the object. Official explanations suggest it was a meteor or space debris, but many believe it was a UFO. The incident remains one of the most famous UFO cases in the U.S. We're talking about a bell-shaped craft. Look at that bell-shaped craft. Hey, I didn't make that. I had to make that. It's a good time. Okay, so right here, you get to see it. Kecksburg. That's the information behind it. Now, there are a lot of tags I put on some of these cases because there's lots of speculation. For instance, could this have been a time machine? We don't know, but it is interesting, right? A lot of reports of a time machine with this one and with the bell-shaped crafts. So, this is it, dude. Like all of the information. There's even some tricks here, dude. I put some little Easter eggs and tricks in this thing. One of them is going to be kind of like a scavenger hunt. Another one will be like a pop quiz that pops up every day and directs you to one of the cases. The quiz will be using the not only the summary but the facts of the case in order to drop clues to get you to pick the case, and then you'll be able to go learn more about the case, right? So it'll prompt you there, much like the Today in UFO History prompts you to the case that happened on this day of the year, right? In some other point in history. There will be a quiz, there'll be like Easter eggs within the events, right? Some of these events involve some very high profile people that it's not really talked about, right? So I'm going to be creating scavenger hunts, just fun things for you to be like, oh shit, today is the day to find, Hal Puthoff, like tight. Like that's what I think about this. That's what I think is going to happen. So, all this information on the back end and even some interesting navigational kind of secrets. Like if you go here, and these are fields, by the way. You can straight up just go in here. If you typed in 1980, you get the year 1980. 1982, you get the year 1982. 83, you see what I'm saying? But if you typed in 1980s, you get the whole decade. So these are fields. These are fields. Is there a Kecksburg case? I never remember how they spell Kecksburg. Okay, so we're in the mix, but these are all search fields. You could search the location too. I always type in China. I don't know why, but it'll bring you to the cases in that country, in that location. Is there a case in Spain? Yeah. Is there a case in Italy? Yeah, there's a lot. Look, they come up here too. So again, it's about quick searches. It's about trying to find the information as fast as you can without any obstruction, without having to go to a new tab, go to a new window. And if you wanted to, just hover over. MK Ultra, April 13th, 1953, Washington, D.C. in the U.S. Right? So you hover over information sick. Hover over that bad boy. Battle of L.A., February 24th, 1942, Los Angeles, California. So, again, speed, ease of use, usability. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how many changes I've made, how many ideas I started that didn't go anywhere, how much time I spent on an idea and spent days and days working it out, trying to make it work, only to realize it was a dumb idea and I had to stop it. Why is that? Because I have no experience. I have no experience coding. That's why. That is definitely why. So, oh, look, I just found a new one. Look at this. Okay, I guess it's fine. But yes, I'm all ears, by the way. What happens when you type in Busch Garden? Why don't I just put that in, dude? Why don't I think the Busch Garden skiff is going to be in the timeline in the community page. Busch Garden skiff has to be in the timeline. Okay, that's going to be another Easter egg. Is the Busch Garden skiff. That's so fucking funny. What's up, Panda? Are you guys tired of looking at this thing? You guys tired of it? I mean, I got another 30 minutes I can go on for this stuff. Like, come get your hands on this thing, dude. A prompt for skiff access appears. Dude, we got activated Panda in the mix. What's up, dog? How you doing, man?
I really do think though eventually like the MH370 DLC there should totally be a UFO hate group one because it's a wild and it affects NASA, it affects Crush, you know what I mean? It's in the mix, bro. But
dude, sure. It would be, dude. Like really funny. I think the community category is going to get flooded with funny things. That's my opinion. And like that's fine.
KMF video this day.
Yeah. Yes. We got a direct link to Busch Gardens to book your next hearing. Yes, that would be great. That would be great, dude. If we can get Lou doing an actual press conference at Busch Gardens, I would love it. I would love it, dude. Good for him for getting the fam out, though, right? Good for him. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, sorry.
Watch the stream I did on my channel with Tupa and friends, but yeah, still just all weird, all so weird. Well, yeah, sorry, not trying to take it there, but yeah, so sick. Community tabs is live and running.
Yeah, Community Tabs is live and running, and the submit a case is being hammered out right now. And once I get that locked in, then I'm going to duplicate that into a submit or report a sighting. So you can report a sighting on this page. You can submit a case for review. Like, oh, you don't have this. Oh, you don't have Rendlesham Forest, which I do. But if I didn't, and then for cases that are like, that belong in the Community tab, that'll be a place where people can vote. They can vote. The community, the users can vote if a case gets a high enough upvote, then I'll just put it in the actual timeline historically. So a lot of people, Red, have been asking me. It's like the number one question. Hey, are you going to include this? Are you going to include that? Are you going to include this? It's like, dude, I'm including what I'm including. But if there's something I missed, I need to provide kind of a pipeline for people to voice that, for people to be like, oh, where's this at? So that's what I did. It took me this is trial and error, but like no one is holding my hand and being like, here's how you do that. Here's how you submit a case.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like you're discovering a whole new thing on your own. That's so awesome. It's like,
dude,
yeah, it's amazing.
It's fun. It's fun to troubleshoot the features, right? Like, for instance, the events or the categories, you used to be able to click and drag them and move them around, arrange them however you wanted to. And while that was cool, it was cool. Like you could just slide it up, slide it down. It was useless. I don't know. I was like, oh, so then I had to go and delete that that feature. But it's a lot of like little things like that where like I'll add something and I'll take it back. I'll add something, I'll take it back. I'm creating now a feature where the site is going to track your usage, and basically if you look at all of the cases within one decade, it's going to send you a notice. I'm like, oh, hey, you've checked out all the cases in 1960. Congratulations. And then it'll leave a marker on 1960.
You've unlocked the Busch Gardens beer pass.
Exactly. That'd be so funny if I partner with Busch Gardens. That's like, oh yeah, use the site, get a discount
right now, Tupa. And how do you think he feels? How do you think the guy on the other UFO timeline feels? That like all of a sudden, all the hate groupers are like standing him on some weird like, this is the OG UFO timeline, which is even funnier because Klaus, even on his post, he listed like 3 other UFO timelines underneath, and they all look different from each other. But I do love that narrative out right now because yours looks totally different than his. His looks cool too. And now honestly,
his is great. Yeah, I'll show it. It's fantastic. It's just drastically different. It does a completely different thing. Like it's drastically different. It's so different that we're not even stepping on each other's toes. You know what I mean? And
exactly. That's why
this
like,
guy,
they're so disingenuous when they're like, he ripped off this guy. This is the real UFO timeline. It's like they're so different.
They're drastically different, dude. So this is his timeline, and this guy is Alexander. I'm going to share his information.
Shouts out Alexander, bro.
Oh, here, let's see. About.
Yeah,
here.
I have no
Alexander Agnarsson.
It's just funny that like KMF and Satanic are all like, I wonder what he's like. What the hell is going on? Why?
Yeah. Like he seems like a regular guy. Alexander seems like a regular guy. All of his posts are positive. I've never seen him really involved in any kind of drama. But yeah, he's got this website. So let's look at this. Let's examine if everything I just showed you in the last 35 minutes is just like this. So here we got some cool taglines, and they just kind of keep coming. I think you can just keep switching them, which fine, great. Start your research, it says. So what kinds of events are on this timeline, and how do you explore it? So as you can see, it's one event at a time. Okay? It's one event at a time. There's no way to show multiple events at one time. You're just kind of going through in chronological order. And so this is all the cases, I believe. And you can see that some of these are just regular news, right? So it's not trying to gather all of the historical UFO data. It's kind of covering UFO news. This is like a UFO news and events timeline. You got Lou Elizondo on The Daily Show. Joe Rogan interviews Lou Elizondo. Sri Tra Samath. What is this? Absolutely no doubt about it. When asked if he thinks about the planet, oh, that's another thing about this website is that there are like a lot of quotes. So here's the categories: news, documentaries, famous cases, sightings, books and docs, spotlight, and quotes. And you can see like quotes is his second highest number of things he's got. I love that you can see the distribution here. I love that. Right? That's fucking cool. Because any site I like that the little things, the eye grows and this pops up. It's kind of a redundant thing. Whatever. That's just I'm learning from watching. So, yeah, you got all these. You can click on Spotlight, and I think it gives you just the Spotlight version, which again, like so much press, so many different little like things. It's kind of, for me, this is so drastically different. Amazing, a great
cool.
resource.
I like it a lot. I think honestly useful in his own way, but yeah, so different. So yeah, just shouts out him, shouts out class.
And so there was this one. People were claiming that I stole my idea. No. In fact, me and Alexander, we started our projects around the same exact time, which is weird because we didn't know each other and we didn't start our projects through social media. We just started them. And so obviously the need to have UFO data laid out is really important, right? That it's clearly there. Check this out. Have you heard of this? It's the UFO Timeline Project. Check this out. This is another one that I was told that I was stealing from. And so back in the day, this site didn't even have this, but this is kind of cool, right? This is kind of cool. Right there on the front page. Kind of hard to read, but there are cases here.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is not bad. And then you scroll down and you get timeline, maps, database. Okay. The aliens. Read more. The Greys. That's sick, dude. Okay, more. I guess it's just the Greys, but cool. Cases. Let's see this. Oh, vertical. UFO case timeline, mystery airships. That's awesome. And then what else do they got? Nothing. Okay. What about the timeline, though? Okay. What about data? They must have a map. Yes. Our Google Earth map. It's going to take me to a different page. It does. Damn it. Okay. What's down here? Oh, here we go. Okay, so clearly, right, there's stuff here. But it's you have to go to a different page for it. The layout's interesting, and they seem to stop including cases. I'm not roasting them. I'm just saying, like, the claims that I stole the idea or that these sites are the same, it's totally off base, dude. There's almost no similarity.
Well, it's dumb too because they're like we kind of brushed over it. It's just kind of funny and dumb, but they're actually trying to, like, honestly, it feels like rile up that other guy, like pit him against you, and it's like there's no need for any of that. Like, let's all build each other up. You know what I mean?
100%. They've been doing this for a long time, and when I say they, it's just Joe Marinello and then 2 or 3 of his friends. One of them is an open Satanist. I'm not worried about a Satanist. You know what I mean? I step with God, so y'all Satanists can have the snakes, dude. Live it up. They're riling people up. They're trying to make sure that people don't go to my website. Why would they do that if my website wasn't a direct threat to their narrative control? You know what I mean? Why would they do that at all? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, dude, I love working on this project. It's become like obviously a passion project for mine, but also, like, dude, like, it just feels like it's doing something that nothing else has ever done. And it's all on the front page. You don't have to scroll down. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to another tab. You have to open up another window. It's all right there. Because the point of my project is to contrast and compare UFO events over history to derive new conclusions about patterns, about systems, about cause and effect. And these other sites, they're nothing like that. They're not meant to do that. They're meant to scroll through UFO history. This is meant to contrast, compare, come up with new ideas. My site is literally a UFO research tool to uncover hidden truths. The other sites are kind of like just documenting the historical events. Some of them even like quotes and whatever else. So yeah, drastically different. If you're out there in the world and you see people comparing and contrasting, don't get me wrong, go support those other projects. It takes a lot of work. I found out to make a website. It takes a lot of work to compile the data. And I've just been working on mine for a long time about like the data and the idea and the concept. I've had to explain it dozens of times to very skilled programmers to give them an idea of what I needed. And all of them were like, oh, that sounds great. That sounds awesome. I would love to do that. But then they're like, I don't know how to do it. So it's a whole deal. Let's see what Ganga says. Would be good if you add affiliate links to books and media if you want to buy study material on specific cases. Absolutely. So every deep dive will include links for that stuff. Right? I just don't have them in there yet. But if like there's a book on a specific case, like Roswell, it'll be in there. If there is a great YouTube video on Roswell, a link will be in there. You won't have to go to YouTube to watch it. You'll watch it right on the site. Right? Like there'll be links.
Hey bro, have you checked out my backup channel? It's kind of popping. You should just honestly incorporate that.
Let's see. I haven't checked out your backup channel. What's it called?
Red Panda Koala backup channel.
You know what? I'm glad you made it simple for me and for your followers. Because that's what we need.
But it's basically like my whole hard drive over like since 2018, since I've started. I've just been kind of putting in 50 to 100 a day or so. And,
dude, do you mind if I show it?
Yeah, show it. Go for it.
Okay, cool.
So it's like the depository for like Skyfire News type stuff, right? Like those things we would clip. All the old historical stuff, and also Moran Lerner stuff, all in one spot.
Nice, dude.
Look at the UFO hate group and takedowns documentary right by the Lazar tape. Love that. It's part of history, guys. Got Papa Yahweh down there.
Papa Yahweh, yes. I haven't seen that in so long. This is so crazy, dude. Let's watch it.
I got it pulled all the way back. You don't have to touch nothing. Just keep me.
Oh wait, click the other one. This isn't the news one. The news one's better.
Oh, the news one's solid, dude. Let's see.
To the left of the one you clicked on. There we go. Yeah. I got it. The thumbnails are all kind of funky still too.
Brutal killing is tied to a Las Vegas strip club.
He's a Las Vegas man who claims he can summon UFOs on command. Pretty wild. So we sent Action News reporter Mike Delastrito to get the real story. But what he found shocked everyone and could leave you wondering, are UFOs real?
And forget the short-term fixes and diets that don't work. Kathy Ray has a plan for every lifestyle to help you win the battle of the bulge. The realm of paranormal tonight. Last night we had ghost hunters, now UFOs.
That's right, and there is a Las Vegas guy making an extraordinary claim about extraterrestrials. So we sent Action News reporter Mike Delastrito to check it out. Mike?
All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 20 years.
He's honestly the person I wish was still around the most, because I feel like he would add so much flair to the whole conversation if he was on Twitter and feel like that, bro. Oh, Lord, rest in peace, Prophet Yahweh.
At Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We pick the day, we pick the time, and we pick the location. Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts.
Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think? I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now. So we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet, like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I think something straight up.
Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story. I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright.
I can't believe this.
It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these
I love
things
that
might
soundbite.
be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us. It's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back. And I'm still not quite sure what those things were. Now, if I didn't see this for myself, I probably...
I love that.
But yeah, pretty wild, right? And then
Yeah, this is great.
You Eyes on Cinema, dude, getting their channel taken down. I don't know what that's about.
What the hell, dude? Do they talk about it on their thing?
I don't think they do. But also, to be honest, like, they kind of were for a while there just straight up ripping UFO believers, like their stuff, and putting it up with their watermark, and just like,
That was concerning.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, it's cool to have it all in a repository, and I was like, fuck, I should have done it earlier. So I was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna do it now too, because like they don't have the kind of Skyfire News or the Moran Lunar shit on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of it's not their content, so I'm imagining that's probably what part of it is, you know. But I don't know.
Do they monetize their channel?
They did a thing. They did a post about it.
Eyes on Cinema, dude.
Is that their
this
whole
is
channel right now?
Yeah.
That's it. Hold up. Scroll all the way down. That's it. Holy shit. Whoa, that's crazy, bro.
21 videos.
Dude, what the hell? Wow.
I bet you if I refresh this, it might lower, dude. How many videos do you think they had?
At least 100. At least 100 plus.
They might be deleting them very quickly. Damn, dude. Maybe they're going to start over. I don't know, dude. This was like a great repository of content. But yeah, they're putting their watermark on everything. Stuff they didn't own might have been an issue. But do you think they got copyright strikes all at once or something?
Maybe, yeah. I really don't. Go to their community tab, I think. Is it there? Do you see it there? I don't see. Oh, yeah, post. Do you see where it says post?
Let's see. 3 hours ago. The following 17-minute source of a copyright strike. Wait. Bizarrely, the person who managed to give me a copyright strike for that short clip is not even the copyright owner. Uh-oh!
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. A lot of this shit does shit
4
like that.
copyright strikes were given to my channel in a period of only 3 days. Share the plaintiff.
Oh, look there's that clip of me. Wait, what did he say about that?
Wow. Ready Player One author Ernest Klein and Jeremy Corbell name Eyes on Cinema as one of the best YouTube channels. What a great honor. It is a great honor. It is weaponized.
Be unstoppable with an...
Dude, I don't know how people got ads on this stuff. I got to get my my Tupacabra YouTube account on a pro situation. These ads are killing me. Ugh.
Dude, on the live streams, they go so crazy with the ads. It's like every 2 minutes.
And then you miss stuff. It's trash.
They have technology that's way far beyond us. We've got a bunch of it. We've been trying to figure it out for 60, 70 years. And luck.
Go to my backup channel. I got it already clipped
get caught in like a green.
Oh, you got it clipped?
Tractor beam and sucked up, and then 2 different groups.
Panda Koala.
You just been ripping. I have
like a difference in their demeanor. Those are like gregarious friends. Lear, I saw this I think on a YouTube channel called Eyes on Cinema, and it's an interview with Lear.
That's one of our favorite guys who makes that.
Oh yeah, that is one of the best YouTube channels.
It is one of the best YouTube channels.
Red Panda Koala and Eyes on Cinema.
Eyes on Cinema. So you.
Oh, well deserved shout out, dude.
YouTube channels.
It is one of the best YouTube channels.
Red Panda Koala.
Yeah, facts. Corbelli not trying to give Panda Koala any kind of acknowledgement here. Kind of a bummer. We got is that Secret Machines
Corbell,
down
by
there?
the way, the uplifting tweets thing is just concerning. But him and what he's doing, like, I even like the look. You know what I mean? Like,
You like Corbell's look, huh?
I think he got a little more palpable on his Rogan appearances as time had gone on. You know, I have no real ill feelings towards him.
I think he's a schmuck. I think that Jeremy Corbell's a schmuck. And I think he's an attention whore. I think that he was a great documentarian. He dove headfirst into the topic. He did great reporting, great sleuthing. He did great work that should be acknowledged and remembered forever. But then he started to endorse what seemed like a more militarized, and I don't mean militarized like by the military, but like a militant disclosure process, which I think left him out in the wind a lot. Like he was having to cover for Elizondo. He was having to cover for uplifting tweets. He's having to cover for so many things. And for me, I can't look at him with the same amount of integrity as I used to. I think he might be a great guy to have a beer with, but as far as this like UFO disclosure goes, I think he's been schmuckified, dude. I no longer believe what he says. I no longer care about what he says in the same way I used to. Could that change? Absolutely. Absolutely it could change. I could be proven wrong, and I'll admit it. But for now, based on his lack of input on some of these very important issues that I find to be important, I think he's in Schmucksville. Shout out to Jeremy Corbell, though, for asking me to create art of him, George Knapp, Bob Lazar, and Joe Rogan, free of charge, so that he can have a shirt, a poster, whatever he wanted, which I did do.
Yeah, I don't put him in the same camp as Lou, but who knows? Maybe he is like super involved, but I could kind of see him getting away with more of being like, okay, I didn't really pay attention to social media like that. You know what I mean? I fell for the drama lark.
Yeah.
Well, watch them throw Lou under the bus for all this. That'd be interesting, huh?
I think that Corbell's interest in this has to go beyond Lou Elizondo. His interest has to go into like permanence, and so he would throw Elizondo under the bus as long as he could preserve his position.
And Greenstreet said that, right? That in the Elizondo Stratton divide, that Knapp and Corbell are in the Stratton camp.
Really?
He said that early on. That was like that was kind of one of the first things that got it all kind of going. That was before even the Lukatsky statement. That was like one of the first book rollout.
Damn.
Riff statements, yeah.
Damn. Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. I see it as highly likely as well. But to hear that, like when Greenstreet first said that there was a rift in this group, I thought it was too good to be true. Like, what? There's no fracture. We talked about it. Greenstreet came into our space, talked about it, and then Corbell had like an impromptu weaponized episode to defute it. Very, very, very interesting chain of events there. Very interesting. But dude, I got to hear the shout out one more time.
Guys, who makes that?
Oh yeah, that is one of the best YouTube channels.
It is one of the best YouTube
Red
channels.
Panda Koala and Eyes on Cinema.
Eyes on.
Hell yeah, dog. So this is the author of Ready Player One. Wow. Look how many different copies he's got of Ready Player One.
Which was directed by Dan Farah, I believe.
The movie? You mean produced?
Produced by Dan Farah, yeah, sorry.
Because it's a Spielberg joint, dog. He's got a Spielberg joint under his belt, which if you watch the movie, you know that Spielberg's fingerprints are nowhere on that film. Like they're not anywhere on it. So he didn't do anything. Spielberg was just kind of fun. I think he just phoned it in. And he had like in his first unit director or someone take care of it. But still, very cool. Very cool, dude. So Dan Farah is a movie producer in Hollywood who also is a manager or agent of Lou Elizondo. Is that correct?
Apparently, yeah. But I've heard from multiple people, multiple different sources, that behind the scenes that relationship is like crumbling on a nuclear level too.
Really? Dude, I'm looking up Dan Farah's production stats here. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
He's behind the Penguin too, right?
Is he really?
I think so. Yeah, I think he had some film that kind of tanked recently. I forget. It might be something.
The Crow.
The
You're
Crow.
thinking of a different bird. The Crow. Absolutely. He produced The Crow, and it's a fucking stinker. And he probably won't get another movie after this. That's my guess, dude. He might be in shows or something. Okay, let's take a look at Dan Farah. Dan Farah was born yada yada. No one cares. He is a producer and known for Ready Player One, The Shannara Chronicles. Never heard of it, dude. The Phenomenon. Okay. What else? God, IMDb kind of sucks now, dude. Okay. Oh, that's him with the author right there. And Spielies. Okay. Known for, but what did he produce? We know that he produced The Crow. Why isn't that on here? Interesting.
Is that bad, huh? We're just gonna retcon it.
I think so.
Didn't
dude.
happen.
Never happened. Don't even worry about it, dude. Call Jane 6.5 stars. Alter Egos. Armored. Yeah, these movies are like whatever, dude. Ready Player One's his biggest hit. So yeah, Dan Farah. This guy and Lou Elizondo, they're close, huh?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Dan Farah with Tony Danza. Is this the cast of Taxi? It's the cast of Taxi. Okay. Weird. Look at him with Spielies. Okay, Dan. We're really digging deep into Dan's life here. Dan, if you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome. Dan Farah, come on the show. Tell me about how fun Steven Spielberg is at Crafty. All right, I want to know. We all want to know, dude. We all want to know who's the best boy on that video, and what happened with The Crow.
The director on, I think, right? Like if he shouted me out like that, I feel like we could probably get him on at some point.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You should. That'd be awesome. At least try. Reach out, dude. Let's see. Jeremy Corbell seems like he likes to collect father figures.
Damn. That was a deep cut, bro. Damn.
Oh, brutal, dude. But yeah, it could be.
What the fuck is this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?
LOL.
Okay, we're wrapping up the stream. Red, thank you so much for popping in here, dude. Always good to catch up. This shit is awesome. Guys, if you want to support what I'm doing, then keep watching my YouTube videos. I'm trying to get the view count up so I can start to monetize this YouTube channel. That'd be cool for live streams and whatnot, and obviously for like updates on things like the UFO timeline. I am, again, hoping to launch this bad boy within the next couple weeks or month, and I'm just testing things out, getting it kind of hammered out, and then offering a kind of like a early adopters kind of like situation. So if you're really, really interested in this, if you want to help it grow, if you want to see it do its thing, it's basically going to be like a Patreon membership. Just pop in, lock in, and start using it and giving me feedback on it. That'd be really, really helpful. And then we'll prepare for like a bigger launch with an app and all this other stuff now. But no, I'm not on Rumble. Although I've been told I should get on Rumble. I've been told I should get on TikTok, all these things. I am on TikTok. I got like 3,500 followers there, but I barely use it. And I should check out Rumble. I really should. When the rollout kind of happens, when I can stop the programming and the learning how to program, and I can get into like the promotion aspect, I think I'll go over to Rumble as well. But thank you, Mrs. O. I really appreciate that. But yeah, guys, go through my YouTube channel. Check it out. Watch some videos that are in there. They're all highly produced. They're not all live streams. Most of them are like produced documentaries. Help me get that view count up. I literally only need like 300 more watch hours, and I'm in the mix. I need 300 more watch hours to hit that, like, I think it's 2,000 hours. I don't know what it is, but in order to monetize the channel. So that would be a huge, huge, huge help for me to grow this bad boy out and to keep kind of talking to y'all. So yeah, that'd be a great thing. Go to the UFOtimeline.com to check out more information about the timeline before it drops. Find me on Twitter, find Red Panda on Twitter, and go to Red Panda's channel as well. That'd be awesome. But yeah, Red, any final thoughts?
No, man, it's coming along good. Very cool. Like I said, I was really happy with the way you kind of diffused their little trying to rally up the other UFO timelines. Let's all win. Let's all support each other.
Well said, man. Well said. Well, let's keep it going. Let's keep the support going. Go watch my videos. Go subscribe to Red Panda Koala. And peace out, guys. Until next time. Should I leave you guys with a tune?
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow. That's my favorite thing. Wow. All right, folks. Until next time, this has been Super Real. Chupacabra, YouTube. Take care.
Now my shingles are flaring. It burns when